I have wanted to do a video about making a character in a video game that looks like me for a while now. I do it pretty much anytime there's a character creation system. At least one of my characters was going to look like me. And I've never seen anybody else make a video about doing that. So I thought I'd give it a shot. I picked Black Desert Online specifically because it's supposed to have this really elaborate character creation system, which is almost like a 3D modeler. And there are a ton of other videos on YouTube of people playing it and creating a wide range of characters. I think IGN did something like making the ugliest character possible, which was pretty funny. But I thought, you know, I'd want to make like one that looks like a real person. So why not me? So it's a Korean game and it's an open beta right now, I think. So everything is in Korean. But it's not that hard to figure out just by clicking around. Kind of like making a WordPress website. So I think this is the Sorcerer as my base character, because I think it starts with the most deep set eyes, because my eyes are pretty deep set. Unfortunately, the hair available for this character does not include hair similar to mine, which is just like, you know, straight across bangs and like long straight hair. So I did a ponytail, you know, the character can have a ponytail, so it'll look pretty similar, and then you can see my face better anyway, like this. You can then pick, after you pick your character, you can then pick from other pre-made faces, but honestly, they didn't all look that different from each other to me, so I don't know, I just picked whichever one I thought looked like me more, so, but none of them really did. So here you can pick skin color, and it could be any color, like green or purple, as well as like human skin colors. And then there's the actual face modification part. So you can click any part of the face and use the sliders to move it up or down, or rotate, or make it bigger or smaller. But some of the values are locked, so different parts of the face can't be moved in certain directions, which I thought was, you know, a little bit disappointing, because there were parts of the face that I just couldn't change, no matter how hard I tried. But of course, you know, I understand that there would be some limitations to this kind of thing, because it's not a 3D modeler, it's a video game. So I started off with a short haircut so that I could see the jawline better. My chin is really pointy, and my jawline is kind of square. And I had a lot of trouble getting the face to do that. It doesn't really let you do anything very exaggerated. I also have pretty prominent cheekbones, and that was really hard to do. And another thing that I wish I could have changed was the forehead. My forehead's pretty big, but there's no way that I could see to make the forehead bigger or to raise the hairline to make it look bigger. You can pick eyes and eye color, and you can pick makeup and brows, and you can even do tattoos. That was cool. Picking colors is kind of random. There's just like a box with random colors instead of like a spectrum. And then sometimes when you click on a color, it doesn't actually make things that color. It's like close, but it's not quite that color. So I don't know what's up with that. You can also change the body, which I thought was a lot easier and more straightforward. Though I'm pretty sure that the boobs can't go any smaller than what you see me doing here, which is kind of funny. I mean, those are still pretty big for a human female. I also couldn't find any way to make the butt bigger, which it's a kind of flat in my opinion right now, so I don't know why that is. Like, really big boobs, really small butt, it's kind of odd. But I did really like how you can make the different parts of the body shorter or longer. For example, my waist is really high, so I made the upper torso shorter and the lower half longer, and I think that worked pretty well. I couldn't really get a good slouch going though, but maybe that'll inspire me to slouch less. It won't. I mean, okay, here's the thing. I don't do 3D modeling, and I can't read Korean, so maybe I am missing some features here that I don't even know exist. They're in Korean, and I don't know about them, and I didn't use them, and I couldn't figure it out. But honestly, this is pretty hard. Yeah, I think it turned out looking kind of creepy and monstery at the end, and not that much like me at all. I actually think this system is pretty limited as far as variety goes. You can get really specific about the winged eyeliner, but you can't really change the jawline. So yeah, I mean, it really looks like you can do a lot and you can get a lot of variety. But I don't think you can. I mean, I think you end up just with a face that looks really, really similar to the one that you started out with in the main character department. I don't know. I've done this with other games like Mass Effect 3 and Dark Souls, and they came out looking a lot more like me. Or, you know, like the video game version of me. I find that at least if you exaggerate certain features you have, then that ends up being more recognizable as a specific person if you're trying to create a caricature or like a model of a person. In fact, in Mass Effect 3, I made a character that looked so much like me that it was kind of disturbing to play. Like, I got really distracted and I couldn't play, and I had to quit and make a new character that looked different so that I could play. Am I weird for wanting to make a character that looks like me? Does anyone else do that? Do you think this one looks like me at all? Has anyone out there had more success with the Black Desert character creation system? Made one that looks like a specific person or like themselves? Do you want to see me make characters that look like me in other video games? If so, which ones? Let me know in the comments, and make sure to subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitter, and never let a silly thing like language or regional restrictions keep you from playing a game that you want to play. Bye.